Hey everyone, Zero in the house, and welcome back to another video. We're the Vision Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, where we have a look at what's new every Wednesday. Today, seems like the main feature is indeed this excellent Wind Magic Vision card. We'll have a look at it very shortly, but that's not all we have today. Very important to note that there's some more obscure, very well hidden things that you should look into this week, and that's why we're here. We're here to help you out and make better decisions. Now, without further ado, why don't we go into the summons and see what we're presented with. Very evidently, we're presented with a standard banner for the Vision card. Culmination, it seems to be tailored for Suddenly at first glance. But this card is actually pretty good for the majority of the Wind Magic team. Now, let's have a look at its stat and see what it all entails. So if you click on stats, this card will provide your whole team Wind Unit Air Attack Resistance up by 20, Wind Unit Critical Evasion up by 10, and Wind Unit Agility up by 15. So the part abilities are very good, not only for Magic teams, so one thing to consider. Now, if you give this card to any Wind unit, that unit will have Air Attack Resistance up by 10, Spirit Piercing Rate up by 20, Critical Hit Rate down by 5. So they had to kind of nerf this card because it is quite OP. Now, if you give this card to Sadali, he will get Healing Power up by 10 and Mage up by 20%, which is, I think, the more important aspect of the upgrade. And then, because obviously in global, every unit that is featured in the Vision card gets a global exclusive upgrade. For some reason, our man Gilgamesh does get max HP up by 20%, just in case you have this crazy idea of getting this card and putting him in a Wind team. Nonetheless, I think that this card is really good for a Wind team, but do not discount this if you do not have Sadali. I think that there's other really strong magic users such as Varush, Dark Horse, that guy, I'm telling you. There's also Howlet, extremely good unit now, that's not very used, but is actually pretty good. And also Halloween Little Leela, I think she will also benefit from it to a certain degree, mostly due to the party upgrades. And Spirit Piercing Rate up might be helpful for her Holy. But other than that, yeah, I do think that perhaps Varush and Howlet will be the one that will benefit most out of this. Now, if you do not have Sadly like me, I wish there was a paid banner for this. I would have actually forked for the pack H because this card is really good. But we're only presented with a 5-step for free Visor. So I think that this time I will skip this card. It is part of the standard banner, so of the standard pool, so I'm not too worried about not getting it this time. Really important to note as well that next week we're getting a map where Ice Missile Up is gonna be featured, so you can already have an idea that Eliza is gonna come. So maybe not the best time to invest in Wind, although, you know, as usual, that card will be useful in the long run. Now, if you go further down, I kind of like this, which is for free Visor. So you get Select UR Vision Guaranteed. Kind of good. I like that it's for free Visor. This will be very accessible for free to play in newer players. And yeah, not much else to say. If you don't have a card, this will give you the chance to choose that card for 10,000 free. Pretty happy about that. And likewise, this will allow you to get a Esper/UR combo for 6,000 free. So really happy that we're moving into the free Visor expenditure. It actually raises their value by a little bit as well, because, you know, I think business-like. So what is the power of Visor and what can it buy? And I feel that with these deals, the value of free Visor definitely has gone up. I would hate to pay money to get free Visor, so this definitely is an incentive for everyone to start saving and not jumping the gun on the brand new thing that comes out every week, except obviously if it's a limited content unit or Vision card. Going further down, nothing out of the ordinary here. Important to note that we do want to get those Vision card shards for the Vision card. Obviously, this is definitely the most valuable thing you can do with Gil, in my opinion. Now, let's go on to the Mog Shop before we go on to the normal shop. A very important thing to note here, and that is the limited guild metal shop. Here you can get stuff like Sharded List Purple and Yellow, really good to expedite the growth of your units. We also have Select Truststone Shards for MR and UR, really good. And we have this UR EX job pack, but I wouldn't want to invest 10,000 guild medals if it was me. Then, very important as well, if you're low in Mega Cris, this is perhaps your only way at the moment to get these guys. So if you're trying to build a specific weapon or piece of armor, I think, yeah, this is the best way to go about it. All right, let's go on to the shop, see what's up this time around. No special shop, so I've already had a look for you, and what I really like is not this shop. It doesn't have much worth spending on. Definitely kind of disappointing. Why would I want to pay paid Visor for select UR shards? You tell me if you want to do that. Nonetheless, what is really amazing this week is the first row. Free pack, you get some Amnesia Dew, which is gonna reset your Esper point distribution. Really helpful if you had made, let's say, if you want to make a better choice, you can do that without spending 50 gil. Ultra amazing. You are guaranteed vision card for 120 free vision with the inclusion of growth eggs, and also really good growth eggs and orb of envisionment that will save you some UR vision spheres, so you don't have to invest them on vision cards. What I also like, and definitely dark horse, is equipment enhancing pack. I've already made the math in the past, but this is definitely the best bang for buck to get adamantite, so do not pass on that. Now, if we go on the last new shop for the week, this will allow you to build culmination if you want to spend Visor, that is. Now, we do have Guild Raid, really good. It's gonna be Final Fantasy X themed. It's important for you to know that the raid bosses are very susceptible to slow, CT down, and agility break. So do focus on making those chains, mostly elemental as well. Yeah, with the fact that the bosses are susceptible to being slowed down, that should allow you to get the highest points. So do keep that in account. Moving on, we will go on to the Farplane. When you click on it, you might be a bit flabbergasted, let's say, to use a bit of a fancy word, and you'll be like, what? There's no new content this week. But that is because all the important stuff is actually in the day training tab. Everything is gonna be double drop in here, but typical of Gumi and Square Enix, all the good stuff is always buried at the end. What we really want to do is training chambers, so yellow and red. These are half energy cost and they'll be double drop. So what better way to increase your resonance and things like that for your units that you don't use as much, make them, you can start building teams for PvP and stuff like that. This will be a perfect way of going about it. Also worth mentioning that we have some new story, so 10 new, let's say, instances that allow you to get some extra free Visor, including the missions for it. So do keep that in account. Definitely happy where the story is going. Story has finished in JP. I didn't want to spoil it for myself because I'm quite invested in part 2. So definitely happy where this is going. Definitely happy with the rewards as well. Now, next thing to do is definitely check this week's EXable units and new MA2s. So let's start with the EXable units. Very interesting, the game crashed on me. That hasn't happened in a long time. Anyway, we were talking about Vadim. So what will Vadim bring to the table now that he can be EX'd? We'll have a look very shortly. So let's have a look at his nodes, and I can see more TP over here. I can see locks spread across the board with a couple of attack nodes as well, which is fair enough for a SR unit. What I'm really interested in is this TP upgradable skills. So I'm getting the sense that perhaps they want us to use more skills like charm and steal time and things like that, maybe for manual PvP. That's definitely the sense I'm getting. Now, let's have a look at the skills that get upgraded and added onto his kit. So, at job level 19, he'll get a Steel Heart enhancement. What changes here is just that he'll get the chance to inflict charm on units that are at a different height than him. Very handy, obviously. Doesn't need to be right into their face. He can exploit the fact that he's a thief and have the higher elevation and higher jump, so that'll also put him away from danger a bit better, I'd say. Now, next is Thief Lore Enhancement. This will grant him move +1 and raise his agility and also lower his hate. Extremely useful, keeping account that he has to kind of infiltrate, inflict charm, and inflict other status effects. Very good upgrade to that passive. And finally, at job level 22, he'll get Sleep Weaver, where he'll deal medium damage to targets within area around self and chance of inflicting sleep on target for 3 turns. Now that I'm seeing this whole kit, I'm imagining that he'll definitely benefit from having close, if not 97 faith. He's an SR unit, so gets hit once and he's dead. I wonder why it took so long for him to get his EX, but seems pretty strong on paper. I can definitely see strong case for him to be used in a limited guild or PvP match with all the status effects, definitely in manual mostly. So kind of happy about his whole kit and the direction they're going with him. Definitely, I would say that he's quite niche for the lightning element as well. So good job Square Enix. Definitely happy with what you did with him. And now let's look into the EX, actually the MA2 jobs that are available for the units this week. So, will I be able to do it? Yes, I'm able to do it. Now, first thing is have a look at Kiton. Kiton will get Earth unit allies max HP up by 10%, Earth attack by +15, own evasion rate by +15, AP consumption by -20%, and also will survive fatal damage to self when HP is 70% or above. First thing that comes into my mind, they are tailoring her for a Drain Force build. The fact that she can't be killed if she has full HP, decreased AP consumption, increased Earth attack, and also a bit more HP by 10%, and also evasion. So all of this definitely makes me think that she's not supposed to get hit, but if she gets hit at full HP, she will survive. And then she can proc another Drain Force and perhaps get the match. So very technical unit. Happy with what they've given her for her MA2. And I can imagine her being very useful in a Earth evasion or even just a Earth focused team where there is a, let's say, a vision card that will increase Earth attack. Let's move on to the next unit, and that is King Mod. Now, King Mod will get Fire Unit Allies match HP by 10%, Fire attack by +15, Own area attack resistance by +15, Max HP by +10, and all elemental resistance by 10%. First thing that comes to mind is that he's going to become a better overall tank. He can resist, so he won't be just stronger to ice, but also to other elements. He'll survive water a bit better. He has the vision card and espers to survive water as well, so I can see him being a better force to be reckoned with, especially when tanking any type of attack. He should also make him more resistant to Drain Force. So yeah, pretty happy with what he's becoming. He's definitely becoming an elemental tank. Next unit, Mary Luke. Mary Luke, very interesting what I can see here. MR unit, don't see her much. I know one guy that uses him, and yeah, I mean, like, I wanted to build her. I built her at level 99. She was okay, but there's a case where you could include her into a team now that Queen is also in the game. Nonetheless, now that she has an MA2, she'll get Lightning Unit Allies max HP by 10%, Sleep Resistance by +25, Own critical damage by +40, Agility by +10, Max HP up by 20%, and also critical hit rate by +20. Very critical / dex focused. Increasing her dexterity will definitely be ultra amazing for her. So you can pair her up with maybe a team of Ibarra and stuff like that. You can definitely play around with something like that into a limited guild battle. And yeah, other than that, I don't have anything else to say about her. She's not my favorite unit, but I've gotten to appreciate what she brings to the table. Keeping account that she also has Knight sub. And yeah, I mean, if you're crazy like me, you'll find a way to make her work. Otherwise, you'll just bench her forever. And next, final unit, Little Lila. Little Lila will get max. She'll get match plus 20%, Light Eater by plus 25, and unit attack resistance by plus 20. First thing that comes to mind is that she's going to become a Starlight Elena counter. With the fact that she's Spellblade, she now has better unit attack resistance, which is what Starlight Elena mostly does, and also other light unit, to be honest. And yeah, she can stack a lot of slash resistance and things like that. So in a limited battle, I think Starlight Elena versus Little Lila, more time than not will get the W for your team. With that is all. Thank you very much for watching. I would like to give a shout out to all of you that have joined our guild. We filled 3 more spots and we have 7 that we're keen to fill up. So if you're keen, let me know. I'll give you the details and we'll love to have you on board. I'll repeat the requirements. We would like you to be at least rank 120. That will show me and the team that you have experience with the game. We also would like you to attack every day, make a meaningful contribution in guild battle, and feed the statues. That is all we ask. So show up every day, do your guild battles, feed the statues, and have experience with the game. Anything else, I'm happy to help. Just let us know. We also have a Discord. And yeah, with that is all. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll catch you the next time. You guys take care and enjoy this week's content. Bye for now.